Projects, man, woman, children, and never been to building. Project, victim of senseless killing, bullet holes in your window walls and ceiling. Project, man, woman, children, and never been.
Yeah. What's really happening? Miami, what they do? Florida, what they do? Y'all already know who it is, man. It's your boy OG Menavelli, the host of the fastest growing podcast out of Miami and all of Florida. Thanks to every last one of y'all that's been liking, subscribing. But don't forget to hit that bell, man, so you can know when new content is premiering, right? But before I get into my interview and introducing my guest tonight, I gotta let y'all see the drip. Y'all see, I got it for y'all, man. The what they do, y'all see across the top. The patches, man, live, you feel me? All in the back game, man. So y'all tap in. We also got more merch. We got it for the ladies too. Workout gears. Y'all can see it on the website. I ain't gonna hold y'all, right? Let me show y'all. So we got t-shirt game lot too, man. We got the t-shirt game lot. What they do t-shirts, you know what I mean? So we can do all that, man. Y'all can represent the podcast. So tonight, since y'all been keeping it real, I gotta bring a real one to the table tonight, man. This one right here, real personal, know what I'm saying? She from the crib. Yes, I said she, but she's a boss, man, in her own right. Compelling, powerful story, man. This gonna be one of the first 2 parts interviews, man, because her story is so big and she got so many layers. Let me just introduce my guest tonight, man. What's up, Mina? What's up, Menavelli? And I forgot to tell y'all, we both Vellies, man. How you doing? You looking lovely? You gonna catch a murder charge tonight? Look at you. Look at you. You ain't kind of play. All right, you gonna catch, have a seat. All right, hold on a minute. Let me get myself together. I normally don't show this head of mine, but they already know. So how's it been going?
I'm sorry.
Oh, you all right. We got plenty of it. So like I was telling them before I brought them on, man, like this interview right here is personal. Both of us from the same city, same hood, same background, basically, you know what I mean? We come from the streets, but we doing great things with our lives, man, right?
Right.
So like I told them, it's gonna be a 2-part interview. You got a big story. And a lot of people, and the reason I just kept getting at you to get your story out here is because a lot of women, a lot of young girls may have a lot of similarities to your stories, but you've been tough. So we're gonna go from the early life into the pain, into your purpose.
Okay.
So, we can't start the interview without mentioning, I think it's the biggest pain thus far, but you got so much. We talking about your story is powerful. Your mother, Miss Glow, shout out to Miss Glow, man. Bring Miss Glow home, man.
Free glow.
Free Glow, that part. Has been incarcerated for over 30 years. How did this shape your mindset growing up? And how does it, influence the way that you raise your son, Billy, little Stackhouse?
Well, by growing up with a mother in prison and having to learn life, go through life, the challenges, the struggles, it's hard, to be honest with you. I wasn't just out here by myself. Let me just say that. I come from a good family. My dad's side of the family, they raised me up. They made sure I come from a good home, love. I wasn't just raised up solely on survival. However, growing up and seeing so much at a young age, it had me in the middle.
Right.
And what I mean by the middle is, just say like on the weekdays, I would live in the Cosby. I use the Cosby show because honestly, my dad's side of the family that raised me had that.
Fair.
So just imagine going from the Cosby show Monday through Thursday, and then on Friday through Sunday, it's New Jack City.
Meaning like New Jack City, meaning you going to the hood?
I'm living in New Jack City, meaning where it's real at. The drugs being sold, the drugs being used, the hustling going on. It's, danger, So, and danger don't only be in the hood, the areas that we identify as the hood. You got some areas that ain't hood, but it's dangerous, you know?
Facts, facts.
Because anytime that you selling drugs and you doing certain things, danger follows that life. So I was one of those young people that just saw so much when I was a young girl, and I took everything from both sides with me, and I carried that through life.
Let them know, like, cause we ain't just gonna, give them like Miss Go been gone 30 years. That's a long time from a guy that been in prison. And let them know, like, cause we want to put light on Miss Glow's story, cause I know you've been advocating,
Yes,
and
for a
I
long
every
time.
time you post something, I'm definitely in support of them. Let them know, like, what your mom went to prison for and why she in there so long. I mean, you know what I mean? Is it fair? Do you feel like it's just? I know 30 years seem like way overkill.
Yes, my mom has been in prison. We are on year 35. Let's just say
Wow.
35 springs, 35 summers, 35 winters, 35 falls. And she is serving a life sentence for trafficking cocaine.
And there's so many people, and me, I went to prison for the same thing, and I'm home. I didn't get 30 years. And, doing 30 years, like you say 35 years, almost 40 years.
Yes.
Wow, that's a lot of time. And
A
your mama,
woman.
I'm just gonna keep it 100. Your mama reeling a lot of these cats that's getting released and that's out here like you know what I mean? She stood 10 toes and still standing 10 toes down, man. Like,
There's a few of the Miami legends that'll salute them. They kids and their nieces and their nephews, they just don't know. But my
right.
mama took a lot of the legends that a lot of the people salute. A lot of the people be saying free, free, free. They respect my mama.
Like one of the ones just recently came home, man. Shout out to Rick Brownlee, man.
Yes, Rick
You know what I
Brown.
mean? Opalaka, mayor, we like to
Mm.
call him, man. And Rick was very important into Miami. You know what I mean? Just the no the just the things that he was doing, giving jobs and supporting back and supporting the little league like Tony Martin and all them coming up, following Rick. I just say he home. Like, we need Miss Glow home too.
Yeah,
Here
and
we go.
I want to touch bases on there. Rick Brownlee was a federal inmate. My mother, Gloria Taylor, she's a state prisoner. So and
Oh,
everything that the presidents are doing does not benefit anybody in the state. It's totally up to the governor to say, okay, I'll pardon Gloria Taylor. She's been in prison for 35 years. This is ridiculous. A life sentence for trafficking cocaine. And I would like to also add to this. When my mom got arrested and was going through the process of sentencing and, going through a plea deal or whatever it was that they was offering her, she was never advised that she was going to be receiving a life sentence.
that's crazy.
So they had my mom under the influence that she was going to be maybe like 8 to 12 years, etc. The day that my mom went to court, the judge decided to give her a life sentence. And when he said, Gloria Taylor, you're going to receive a life sentence, her lawyer at the time said, hold on, Your Honor, what's going on? I like to put in a motion to withdraw the plea because I never told my client that she was facing a life sentence. The judge denied the motion to withdraw the plea.
Yeah, that's unfair, man. That's why I wanted definitely that part of your story. I definitely wanted to let the audience know from the very beginning, man, because that's injustice, man. For drugs, nobody lost their life. I know people say this and that about drugs, but that's 35 years.
It's a long
So
time.
yeah, let's move on, because that's not one of the only pains that I know. Because I know your story. I know you. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with that. I mentioned about your son Billy. You know what I mean? The losing your son father within your let me see, within your 3 months of pregnancy. What was that? How did that feel? Like, your baby daddy, shout out to Stackhouse, man, and how did that feel raising your son? And where did you get the strength to keep going at being pregnant and then not even much having? Come
Well,
on.
first of all, I never dreamed of that happening to me. That was my first real boyfriend, for real. And we used to see each other out places, and then one night I met him. We actually spoke. And I was excited. I used to have a lot. I used to love my son's father, and I for him to get killed while I was pregnant with my baby, that took a lot from me. That took a lot out of me because I never imagined that. I never dreamed of that happening. I thought that we was gonna have more kids together. I thought we was gonna grow and build together. Just a lot of plans and a lot of dreams shattered in the blink of a eye. To be honest with you, because we had just left from Rounding. We lived together, so I went one way. He went one way that morning, and then before noon, he was dead.
Can you let them know, like, no, I mean, without going so far into, I ain't trying to reopen pain. I
Yeah.
know how painful that is, but I know Stackhouse, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I rent the streets with Stackhouse. You know what I mean? So we know that it was done violently in street way.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And not to just point out, Billy is just like his twin, like,
Identical.
like, like, man,
Well, see,
how that feel like to be
by
seeing him every day through Billy?
Well, see, let me just touch back on the violence part. By me being a part of that situation and me knowing about the streets and how things go, and especially for a young man, a black man at that, any minority, it it gave me the strength and the power to protect my son at all costs, to provide for my son, to be his life optician, and to keep my foot down because I wasn't going to raise my son to kill nobody, and I wasn't going to raise my son to go out there and get killed. So I gained from that situation too. Now it ain't just all pain. I got some. I took the pain, and I poured the love and everything that I needed to pour into my child to prevent him from being a victim. Because sometimes the chain got to break the chain.
Right.
And you don't know where the chain starts from a lot of times. So you know what we gonna do? We gonna go ahead and just unravel the links first quarter. I wasn't gonna have my son out here being a victim or a suspect. So it allowed me to teach my son a lot. I taught my son not to follow the crowd. I taught my son to stay away from drugs. Like I always taught my son that the deepest pain that he would feel in life is losing me.
I get
Nothing
it. I
else is
get it.
tops losing your parent from what I hear. So I always used that when he was a child, and I taught him that that's the biggest, the strongest pain that you'll ever feel. So don't never let nobody give you no crack, no pills, no cocaine, no nothing, and tell you, hey, this gonna make that go away. I always use that for an example. I kept him from smoking weed by letting him know, hey, when I was young, I smoked weed. And you know what that weed did? It killed my dreams. It stopped me from being motivated. I just used to use different techniques in life and to show him what happens when you live your life in the street and when you are around individuals that really don't got shit to do the next day.
Hey, so let me say something, right? Being that I know Billy is the man that he is now, because he's a man. He's grown.
Yes. Still my baby though.
Oh yeah, we always.
Okay.
Oh, so we want to. I want to make sure, and the reason I wanted to share your story on the platform is because there's so much strength, and you've done such a great job with raising Billy, and there's so many black women that are raising men, and there's a lot of saying that black women can't raise men without a man, like what did you do? I heard some of the things you said, but like far as teaching them like the manly things, did he have like uncles
Yeah.
coaches? Like what how
He
get them to talk to the single moms now?
I To be honest with you, it's hard if you make it hard. He has an uncle. He has an uncle that was around, but it's really me.
Right.
By me being cut from a different cloth, it allowed me to be what I needed to be to raise a boy.
So a woman can raise a man.
Yes, but it all depends on how you cut too and how you think. And you just got to put your foot down. I always say that to a lot of young women when I meet them, and I be like, I don't understand how y'all allow y'all kids to go out here and get in trouble. How y'all allow y'all kids, and I'm not picking at nobody, not because I'm saying y'all, but come on, it's a large percent of us that don't do what we supposed to do as a mom.
So you ain't let the video games, because the reason I'm asking, right, is
had all
this
that.
generation, no, I'm saying this generation, right, that I've been noticing a lot of young boys, like, they having a problem coming into manhood. Speaking of Billy, and I want to get Billy up here one day. Little Billy, he got his father's name, right? I want to get him up here one day because I know what he does for a living now. He makes beat. He got it, like just real quickly. Let them know what your son do today, man. From all your guidance, what he do as for a living today.
He makes tracks, and he's a producer. And how he stayed on track with that, if that's what you're trying to ask me,
Right.
is because I paid attention to what it was he wanted to do. See, at first I was one of the moms that, okay, he going to football practice, he doing this, he doing that, but I also invested in my child. If it was if my son, if I saw he was making bad grades, I paid for tutoring.
Right.
And I also, when I used to hustle and get to the bag, I did not stay in the environment that we come from. I used my money wisely. I moved my son out of the environment so he could become a better product to society and to life. So sometimes you got to work a little harder and you got to spend your money well. And that's just the bottom line. A lot of us be stuck in the hood because guess what? We don't try. We don't take our money and spend it wisely. Before you go out there and spend $500 on a wig, put that 500 with them 15 and move your son out somewhere, but they ain't got to become victims.
Okay. Y'all heard it, right?
So I always put my
Tips.
son in zip codes,
Tips.
different zip codes. Cause if you're gonna be out here, you're gonna be doing your thing. Do your thing for real.
Okay, my next question, right? I'm talking about the justice system, right? Because we know that I feel and you feel, and I think the audience definitely feel 30 years, 35 years your mama been gone, and the way that they treated Miss Glow. Now I want to ask you about your son father's situation, right? Has any justice came? Have anybody, been answered to the loss of your baby's fathers?
Well, in black and white, no. But as far as on the street, yes.
Okay, I'm just leave it like that. We ain't got to go too far in that. I know streets of Miami know what's going on, but I just want to know, like, what's your what's with the justice system being so unfair in one way, right, and then not delivering in another way. It's kind of make you like, what you think about the system itself? Like, just a little, what you think about the system?
Uh, I don't even think about the system, to be honest. I never let the system control me. No system. DCF. My son don't even know what that is.
Oh, Trump done made that hard. Everybody it's getting
But
tough. That's another
I'm talking
discussion.
about
But
the time where we come from.
right.
My son ain't know nothing about HRS and all that kind of stuff.
That's
I'm
good
the
mom.
system.
Okay.
But the system, if you really want to know, I just feel like this. We have conversations.
Right.
And I'm a biased individual. I don't just agree with everything we do because I'm a black person.
Right.
I'm very strong on us tightening up before we always point the finger and say what this white person doing or what this person over there doing, because we got to tighten up.
Us as a people.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We got to tighten up.
These systems can't
You can't
control
be
us.
sitting out there wanting justice on one situation, but you gonna sit over here and clap for the sucker shit we be doing, excuse my language, but I'm gonna get real.
Right.
And that's one thing about me. I don't clap for the sucker shit. I don't cheer for the bullshit, and I ain't with none of that shit.
I hear you. So we gonna leave the pain for right now. We gonna leave the pain, and like I've been telling them, it's so many layers to you, and I want to get into another. I want to shift a gear just a little bit, right?
Okay.
The music, right? And for those of y'all that didn't know, I know a lot of y'all in Miami don't know, she is an artist too. And I think that's where your son may have got some of his musical talent, because I haven't listened to one of the projects that you released, your album, right? But in the album, it seemed like it was therapy I got out of being that I know you. So my question is, right? You turned your music, your pain into music, using it as a what are these glasses? Okay, using that for your emotions. When you step into the booth, is there any particular moment or memory that fuels your lyrics from your last project? Tell them what your last project was and tell them what music I'm talking about first. And then let us know how you go into the boot, because you spazzed out on a few of your projects.
Okay. I've been doing this for a long time, since I was a youngin'. Before I had a child, when I'm talking about adolescent days, I knew how to rap. I knew how to rhyme. I used to take one of my cousins taught me how to rap a long time ago. We used to play. And me knowing what hip hop come from and the meaning of hip hop and rap, and me growing up on music like 8 Ball. I'm talking about when stuff was cassettes. I'll never forget, my cousin had the 8 Ball and MJG tape. And
On Top of the World?
Oh man.
That was their hit. They don't know nothing about that.
Nah, I think one before that with the Strong Gun Robbery.
Okay.
Way back.
She know her shit.
Way back.
You take us back then. But go ahead.
So I used to listen, I used to listen to that, and then I used to listen to Scarface. That's one of my favorite artists. I used to listen to Scarface. I used to listen to Tupac. I used to listen to just basically all the real rappers we had back in the days, and then we grew up on the real female hip hops like the Nikki D's, the Queen Latifah, the what you call my girl, Moni Love, like just Salt and Pepper, JJ, just all of that. So I was one of those young ladies that stayed in front of the video jukebox network all day outside of school, just listening to music. I'm musically inclined. So I just know it's just a gift. I can honestly say that I was blessed, and I was born with it. So I just know how to rap and write music.
So let them know what the name of the project is, so they can go listen to it.
Well, they named me Menavelli a long time ago. Then they didn't even know I knew how to rap.
We're going to get into that talk. I'm a Velli too now.
Right.
So
they
we're
named
talk about
me Menavelli way back in the days, before I even had a child. And when I used to go in the studio, they used to be like, "What's your name, Menavelli?" You kept my name because it fit me. I feel like it fit me. My name can't be Strawberry or none of that kind of stuff, So I just felt like it fit me in the way that I spit. And matter of fact, the name of my project is called The Rough Diamond. It's on every platform: Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, YouTube. I even have a couple of music videos out there that I shot, and we put them out there. So, it's just me doing what I like to do. And the only reason why I put the project out is because when I go to the studio and I rent studio time, I get beats from my son. I call them leftover beats. I be like, he'll send me beats. And I be like, boy, this hard right here. And I get in my zone, get in my room, and just write me a song, because it just be there. And I go in the studio, and when I go to the studio, it be youngsters like my son age be coming in the room, be like, that's you? That's you. You need to put that out there. You spitting, auntie, or you know. And it just made me say, you know what? Let me just go on and put the project out there. And I really, really put the project out there, not to become famous or to become the rap queen of Miami. I just really wanted people to hear my son's sound, because he produced every track on the album.
Man, y'all go check her out. Like, she done told y'all where to find it at. I know that. But see, one thing, reason why I liked your music, because I know it's true.
Right.
Like the lyrics and everything you speak about. A lot of people rap and they rap about somebody else's life. You had enough rap in your life. Everything that you rapped about, like I heard about your son's father in there. I heard about Miss Glow being gone. And you put a real project together, man.
Because I used to be on South Beach when I was 13.
Right.
Back in the days before.
I heard you talking about you growed up with the bag of the money coming up.
Oh yeah, my mama was her.
Okay.
And I was 7, counting garbage bags of bread, and the song that you're talking about.
That's what I was talking about.
Yes, it's true. I wouldn't be able to spit it if it wasn't real. Like, I can't make it up. I'm not one of those. I don't even know if I could be a ghostwriter for somebody. I would try. That's why a lot of times I wish I had if I had a little sister, child, please.
So going to my next, we still in the music. If you could describe your music in 3 words, what would they be? And the second part of, what message do you want your audience to take away when they listen to your songs or your music?
I don't really have a particular message that I'm trying to give anybody. It's basically a story. It's just basically look at it as an audio book.
What 3 words you would describe it in? Like give us 3 words, like hardcore rap, thug. Like give us 3 words to describe your music. Pain, what? Whatever you want to say.
Real as they come.
Real.
As they come.
As they come. They go to 3 words. Thank you. Okay. You hit that out. Is there a specific song in your catalog that holds the most emotional weight for you? And can you walk us through the story behind it? The project you made, you caught the question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
Since my music really come from here, all of the songs mean the same to me, to be honest. I don't like one more than I like the other, but if I had to choose one, we could go with Facts. I got a song called Facts. I love Facts because the first of all, the track is like it has like a acoustic guitar, crispy sound to it. My son produced the track. And I also performed that when they was doing the live on the front porch with the
Right, I mean,
microphone.
I seen that one.
I did that. If y'all ever saw that with the ski mask on, that was me under the ski mask.
I knew it was you.
Yes, there's a song called Facts. I love Facts. And then I got a song called Dear Diary. I love that too. I got a song called Free Glow. I got a song called Twin that the females would love because I'm one of those type of females that always been on my Bonnie and Clyde, ride or die, one of those type. And we love hard when we do love somebody, and we stick by your side. We be down with you, things like that. So I wrote a song called Twin. I wrote that song. So I like all my songs.
I hear you say twin, right? And we going after this short question on it because something came to my mind. We gonna go into because this is a 2-part interview, right? So twin.
I was saying
right?
that before everybody saying.
Oh yeah, cause I was definitely say because I heard they like that's Atlanta. Atlanta saying like we from Florida. We say what they do. They say twin.
That's all. I wrote Twin in 2018, 19.
Okay, there it is. There go her timeline. Hey, y'all keep it locked, man. Make sure y'all check the second part of Mina interview. I told you there's a lot of layers to this lady. And as you can see, man, she got a real powerful story. Y'all check part 2 out.
Projects, man, woman, children, and never been to building. Project, victim of senseless killing, bullet holes in your window walls and ceiling.